Tanishka, wait for 5 minutes. Let others also join. So the three of you are there.
Okay, so I'll pause.
Last class we were seeing about image segmentation. Can anyone revise what we had learned in image segmentation? Anyone? So we had studied segmentation a little bit, right? So can anyone briefly explain like what we learned for image segmentation?
We learned about segmentation, how it works, and also we learned about like three types or four, I guess, different types of segmentations, which is semantic, instance, and panoptic. So using all these three perform their own functions of classifying both the objects as based on their characteristics, and also we learned how segmentation happens layer by layer. And also here we learned about how the process goes about using mask RCNN model. Using that, we saw how um, using the input, the computer makes the instant masks, and segmentation overlaid shows the object and its percentage of appearing, and all those things in the last class. And we also discussed some models that are based on use of these segmentations, which are unit, mark, mask, RCNN, and also panoptic. That's what I remember.
Okay. Well done, Abhishek. Like got told, we learned those things in last class. So the same process for image also, like similar to image. For video also, we'll try to use the same thing. You all know how video works, right? So can anyone explain that how video works? How video is captured and how video is played? So can anyone tell me if you have any idea about how video works? Tanisha, you know how
Yeah.
video works?
Yeah, so like I remember what you said in like when you are teaching in level 3, like there'll be short like picture kind of thing or maybe clips, and when it's like placed together, like it becomes a video.
So have you used Flipchamp for editing video?
Yeah,
Any
so
software? Okay. If you drag your video into timeline, what can you see in the timeline?
I mean the video according to like okay, I see the clips.
Okay. So, like from your observation, what those clips are?
Like images.
Then you can see over here, right?
Oh yeah, so
So, like from your observation, what is that? What from that one?
so are you asking what is, I didn't get the question.
Okay. So from this, whenever you drag your video into this timestamp over here, right? So you'll see so many things frame by frame. I just want from your observation point of view, like how do you look into that one?
So like there are different scenes there.
Oh, different scenes. Okay. So we call them as frames. So these frames are nothing but your images. Anyone has any idea like that? you'd say my phone is 60Hz camera, like 50Hz camera, and my displays those things. Any idea?
So like the way, like they say refresh rate, like that kind of thing.
Yeah, refresh rate and those things.
So like how much clarity it will have, like how many frames per second it will display.
Okay, so you're measuring something, right? You mentioned frame per second. So if 60 Hz, so I can play per every second. 60 frames, I can just refresh and refresh and refresh. So similar way, uh, in videos also, for every duration of a second, there would be large amount of images. So those would act as a video. So if you fastly play all the 60 frames in 1 second, so it would be like a moving object, right? So that is what the concept of video is about. It's nothing but your images in every second, those number of images. Okay. So that is the basic working of videos, just explained. So coming into segmentation, we studied image segmentation, right? So similar way for video when we are doing, what we need to do is like we need to do the segmentation for each and every frame. For example, uh, I have a 3 second video. So in that, like around cars are moving. So for that 3 second, all the frames, I need to do the segmentation. For example, each second might be having 50 frames, 50 images. So for each and 50 every images, I need to do the segmentation object recognition. So if I complete for 3 seconds for the whole video, the segmentation works. So that is what is done in video segmentation. So each and every frame, we are trying to detect the object and do the segmentation. Sorry, we do the segmentation and do the object detection and with the bounding box. So while doing that one, right? So there will be multiple scenarios. So for example, it might not be the case, but at some cases, the frames might differ. So you can see some videos would be laggy, right? So you feel that something is not moving properly or something like that. In that, there might be some frames missing, or else the frames can be like kind of the same image. That might be some bug or something like that. So we have to make sure, like whenever we're doing video segmentation, so we'll find these challenges. So one is that temporal consistency. That is what every frame to frame, uh, whatever you're doing mask, like it has to do the proper bounding box and it should not flicker or something like that. So if you have like, for example, I gave the car moving, right? So if cars are moving very fast in the video, you can see only like blur lines, motion blur or something like that. During that time, while video segmentation also there is that challenge. Then occlusion handling. So this is nothing but sometimes if you see in a video, like kind of the object appears and disappears and those kind of things happen. So like when the what is that, camera is shifted or something like that, you will see those kind of things. So during that time also it has to handle properly. Then whatever you are doing, right? So for video segmentation, you can't take too long. So yeah, you just have to reduce uh, your frame rates and you have to do the calculation faster. So you can't take the whole day to just do the segmentation for all the frames. So if it is just, let's just say 1 hour video or 2 hour video or 3 hour video, so we have to make sure that it's computing in very less computation power. So there are multiple segmentation methods. One is semi-supervised video object segmentation, unsupervised video augment segmentation. So semi-supervised is nothing but few classes, like for example, few objects, and you don't know you don't know some of the remaining objects. So that is where you'll use both known things and unknown things, and then you try to segment. And then there is completely unsupervised. So I just give you the video, you just have to detect something which you don't know. So that is like you're trying to detect each and every object, you're trying to segment, and you're segregating those objects. So that is what unsupervised VOS is about. So there is SAM2. This is streaming memory architecture. So what happens is that, for example, if I detect one person, so it will try to detect that person while moving everything. So it's try to have the memory, like this person is there. So till what frame is there and till what frame is moving, those things. So that it's kind of having the track of everything. So then video panoptic is there. So this would assign the classes. So it would give you the instance like what the object is about, and it will keep on tracking what that object ID is. For example, there are 50 cars moving in a video. So it will keep track of all the 50 cars moving, and it will try to give. So it's kind of like panoptic method. It's like combination of all the things. So in order to do the evaluation, like kind of from which frame to frame it moved and those kind of things, and object detection. So there are multiple evaluation metrics. One is IOU Jacquard. So mean, IOU, dice coefficient, panoptic quality, boundary, F1 and AP. So these are nothing but your simple mathematical calculations. So based on the object movements and those kind of things, you just measure those things, how much it has changed. During that time, you'll get this metrics and you'll just try to give the output. So this many it has moved. So based on whatever you're doing the metrics, you're just trying to do the classification. Okay. So before this one, uh, I just have one question. So we will try to see video segmentation and those kind of things as an application, right? So from your thinking perspective, like if I tell you I can do this one for video, so what would be your idea or application? So can I, one by one, can you tell me like how would you use the video segmentation? So where, as I'll tell you, like there are many real world application before that one. So in order to like for me to understand how much you understood based on this video segmentation, you can just give me the idea where this
So
video segmentation is used.
so
Yeah.
sometimes in traffic, AI cameras can be used to identify vehicles which do not follow traffic rules.
Okay, that is a good example. So in your road or something like that, in most of the city areas and urban areas, so they install AI cameras. So what they're trying to do is like whenever some person is not uh, following any traffic rules, right? So without the intervention of any humans, so it can try to calculate like this person is not following the traffic rules and those kind of things, and it would try to generate a challenge. And then after that, so after some further verification would be done, and it would be issued for the person who has not followed the traffic rules. So that is one example. Good. Another one.
So it can also be used in CCTVs and then for medical purposes as well.
Uh, can you elaborate a little bit? You can just explain your idea, how you got that idea and what can it be done.
So you mean the medical
Explain that. What are you told CCTV and medical
um,
imaging, right? So those are the broad topics. So where do you use particularly? I just want to know.
so CCTVs, I thought like when we have CCTVs, like we use it, I mean, in the houses or anywhere. I thought it would be useful then as well. And then for
How
medical,
would we like? I got your point. How would it be useful? So we do segmentation. Like what purpose for?
so I think to like in the last class you showed us the image of like one of the
No, no, no.
part
Just simple
in.
question.
Mm.
So you told I'll use this video segmentation in CCTV and like kind of use that one. So what's the purpose of using it over there?
So like to okay segment. So then I would say just like the medical purposes thing.
Okay. So what do you use it in medical purpose for?
So in the last class you showed us the image of like one of the body part and then said to, you know, uh, identify where the problem is specifically. So there we will use this.
Okay. So, for example, have you heard of endoscopy and other uh, methods where they insert some medical
Yes, sir.
devices and just look into?
Yes.
So, what we can do is like we can implement this image segmentation. We can try to identify where the problem is about in the particular region, and then we can try to do. So, while live streaming, or if you're going through the patient's record of this video and those kind of things over and over again. So you can use video segmentation and you can identify the region of interest where you want to do some operation or something like that. So coming into the CCTV which you told, right? So one application I can mention is that so we install CCTV for the security purposes, right? So what if we use it for intrusion detection? So if someone comes in any unwanted region, if someone comes late night at 10 p.m. after everyone sleeps inside the house, you can use this if some person is moving around after 10 p.m. So for security purposes, we can use video segmentation in order to identify the intrusion detection. Okay,
So,
good.
but it,
Abhishek, yeah, yeah, Tanishka.
so I mean, for in CCTVs, like we are just going to like capture it, right? Like segmentation. Why are we going to
So whatever we record, right? So it will be stored in cloud. So we can say do the image segmentation in the cloud itself. So have you seen this one? So what they do is like, so they install eye-rise cameras and they do motion detections. So that is what where segmentation comes into handy.
Yes, sir.
So if you can see over here, right, someone is trying to cross a fence. So video captured and it's trying to segment this person. So that is where it come into handy, like for person detection or intrusion detection, those kind of things. CCTV.
Yes.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, Maria.
So I have a doubt. Like you said, how we can identify intrusion through this. So sometimes, you know how police or authorities sometimes use like go through footages to identify a specific person. Can segmentation do that, or only like will it only identify it as a human, or will it be able to
No,
recognize?
then what you need to do is like you need to combine two methods. One is that you segment. You'll get the person like if some person is moving or something like that. So you can get the what is that time frame. So this person moved from this particular seconds to this many seconds. So then what you need to do is like there is facial recognition methods. So one more AI model. So it would detect that person's face. I can tell this is the person you are looking into. That we can do. We have to combine two things.
Okay, sir.
One is that we can segment and find the period where that is of our interest. Then use the facial method in order to detect the particular person.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, Abhishek, any application?
Yes, sir. This video segmentation is majorly used in film industry where they will be segmenting each of the scenes, and also that's a part of in the film industry. But when it comes to the day of releasing and stuff, that time segmentation, this video segmentation comes very useful and very very mandatory that all the video movie editors or the directors prefer to use that to segment each and every detail in every scene of every second or minute.
Okay. Okay, I got your point. So currently there are no technology like kind of used by film industry, like the method which you told. But what they can do is like they can try to identify the objects or something is gone wrong. So they can use this. Yeah. You're right. So we can use it as an application. Okay. So coming into real world application, so medical imaging. So as Tanishka told, so whatever video we take and whatever images we take, we can just do the segmentation and find what disease is causing that one. So coming into autonomous driving, you have seen the driverless cars, right, in a video or something like that. So what they do is like they use the application of lidar as well as cameras. So using this both the technologies, they try to drive the car based on if any object is detected or not, what is moving and kind of road and where it has to take left and those kind of things. So it will try to get the uh, data from real world surroundings, and then it will try to segment and do its autonomous function. And coming into satellite and GIS, so have you seen satellite images?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So satellite images are there, right? So it would be taking 24/7. So those things when you take, we can segment and we can find out. So whenever the satellite is moving above the above in the sky and it's trying to look into Earth, right? So those satellite data would be looking like this. So 24/7, it would be taking, capturing images, videos, and many applications. So what we can do is like we can do the segmentation for these part, and we can try to identify where the river is flowing. We can try to identify if any deforestation is happening and those kind of things. So satellite imaging also, there is a huge application for image and video segmentation. So have you seen VR devices, virtual reality devices?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So have you tried Pokemon Go game? Have you tried? So what you can do is like you can just open your camera and you can bring any Pokemon into the real world scenario. And if you've seen that augmented reality shopping, for example, Amazon lets you kind of do any item if you want to purchase. It will try to open your camera and it can try to place it on the video itself. So that is where we can use this segmentation. So what we can do is like we can remove the background and those kind of things and add the image into. And then also what we try to do is like if you've seen other applications, so for item we can place it in the video. So we can add multiple items into the video as well. And then video production and then robotics industry, similar to autonomous driving. Robotics also use the segmentation and those kind of things for identifying different things and moving and those kind of things. And one of the major application is that surgical robots. So where robots do the operations and those kind of things, surgeries. So there also this segmentation and is used mostly. Okay. So those completes the theory part for this one. So last class I had given you one of the code, right? So in that there was a part where video segmentation was commented out. So you can uncomment and you can run this code, add a video, then you can try it out. So I'll just give you 15 minutes. So complete this one and share the output in the WhatsApp group. I'll look into that.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, Tanishka.
So, like you told about VR, like why are we using segmentation in that?
So for example, okay. So I have some background. So I have, it's a 360-degree virtual environment, right?
Yes.
So I'll try to detect something. For example, I want to detect, let's just say, in the VR, the 360 itself, I want to find some scissors or something like that. I'm just playing a game. So I'll just try to do the segmentation part. I'll try to detect different objects, right? So if I'm using AI or somewhere, okay, I'll just give you more better example. So I would have placed 360 cameras in some remote places. So what happens is that, so I'll get the 360 video, like I can see 360 degrees, so completely of the live stream video. So or else images as well. So during that time, I need to detect some object detection. So I just wanted to find some plant or something like that. So during that time, I can use this image segmentation. So I can mark out all the plants where it is there. And then I can try to do any application which I want. So after that, I can just select that particular plant and I can water. Those kind of things can happen in virtual reality, VR devices.
Yes, I got it.
Okay. So complete this code and send the output. I'll look into those. You guys can do one thing. So take the time. So that's it for today's class, the theory part. So complete those things for video segmentation and send the output in WhatsApp group. So level 4 group. So if you have any doubts, you can ask now, or else we can end this meeting. So any doubts, anyone?
No, sir.
Okay. Okay then. Thank you, everyone. Tanishka, you can close the meeting. Stop the recording.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Please share the outputs. Like it's just there. The code is there. You just have to upload one video, run that code, and you can just share that out. So you'll just get to know like how video segmentation works. So in next class, like what we'll do is like we'll go more deep into technical part, how this works from the model point of view. So we'll see each and every stage what's happening, and you'll get the clear idea. Okay. Okay. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, sir.